Okay, so this is from my empaths out there. So if you're not an empath, you're probably a narcissist. I don't know, or somewhere in between. But this is for my empaths and my empaths only, the ones that really feel and take on people's energy, and we are the type of people that attract narcissists, unfortunately, because we're so nice and caring and we have a nice heart. And narcissists can like smell us like from like a mile away. They know. It's hard sometimes for us to know who they are, but they're so good at what they do naturally that they know how to find us. And what I want to tell you really fast is that sometimes when people come out of your life, right, and you're just like, oh my God, like what happened? Like all of a sudden the connection is just dead, right? And you're like, what? Like, what did I do? You start overthinking, or not even what did you do, but you're just like, what went wrong? Like, what's going on? Please stop questioning it. That's the empath in you wanting to fix things and overthink things. Just accept it as the universe doesn't want that person in your life anymore, okay? And the universe is doing you a job, because as an empath too, we don't like confrontation really, right? It makes us uncomfortable, all the things. So if a person stops talking to you, you know, all communication is dead, or they do something really, really crazy to break that bond, let them. Why are you worried about it? This is the universe. You guys, I don't know, but like recently, people have been dropping out of my life like flies. I can't explain it. I don't know what's happening, but all I have to say to myself is, well, I probably would have never let them go. So the universe is doing it for me. I had a friend recently, like, I don't know, we were supposed to have a conversation recently, and she was like, yeah, let's talk, let's catch up or whatever. Then when it came time for us to actually catch up, she just ghosted me. Someone that I knew for years, and we never had an argument, never had a problem. She just did that. Then I recently moved to a new state, and there was a girl that I met online probably about 15 years ago, you guys. And over like the past 8 years, we've gotten a little bit close through, DMing, sending each other reels and stuff back and forth. She comments on my stories, all that. She comments on my posts. She, hey, my cuz. She was even calling me cousin and all these things, you guys, saying she can't wait to meet me or whatever. But I started to have a funny feeling in my gut about her. I don't know. I could not explain it really, but like, I just felt like she was the type of person that needed me to reassure her all the time. And I did just that, because that's what empaths do, right? And she would send me her photo and be like, hey, look at me, look how good I look, kind of thing, like wanting me to tell her how good she looks. I always felt like I needed to encourage her. And I realized that it only went one way. Like, she would never encourage me. She would never tell me, I'm so happy that you're going after your dreams. Apart from the little comments, hey, you look good in your post or whatever. When we had real deep conversations, I realized that it was very one-sided, and I started to feel a little bit funny about that, because another thing, these type of people have patterns, and when it happens to you so much, you're like, that's a pattern. That's, Anyway, you guys, I was just like, whatever. I'm not going to stop talking to her, because I'm never going to see her ever in my life, and I'll just keep pretending. Tell me why I moved to her exact state last December. I live in Houston, Texas, you guys. And I was dreading it, because I'm like, yo, when she finds out, she's going to be like, let's hang out, let's do this, let's do that. And I was like, my gut is telling me that this is not a friend that I need to have, but how am I going to break away? Like, what am I going to do? Can I tell you that all of a sudden she just stopped sending me reels? Stop sending me reels, stop commenting on my posts, stop commenting on my stories, stop watching my stories. Everything went dead. She did not follow me though. She's still following my business page, all of that stuff. But I was like, what? And it was so drastic that I noticed. Like when someone likes your content all the time, it's like, them. You're like, oh, this person's going to definitely like, no matter what. Like, she was that person, right? So when she stopped, I noticed. And I was like, oh my God. Like, she just literally, the trash took itself out. Like, I didn't have to come up with an excuse and say, hey, we can't meet each other, or I'm sick, or anything like that. It's like the universe knew she was bad freaking news and was like, no, I'm gonna let her remove herself from you because you're going through way too much in your life, which I am, or I was at that time, and I couldn't deal with it. I didn't want to handle it, so imagine. And she took the trash took itself out. So that's my thing to you right now. The point of all of this is, when someone removes themselves from you, let them. Thank the universe. Get on your knees. Pray. Thank them. Okay? Thank them. The trash took itself out. Bye-bye.